imagine you are spending that day in and day out when you are going out for training. That same thing happens in India for even running. So most of the cities nowadays have specific locations where people run. So there is no there are very less season runners who do the activities very regular basis, who just go away and start running out of their home. There are very rare people out of that, because there are lack of the kind of roads which are expected for the long run, or the sprinting, or maybe the intervals that we are expecting. Okay, so then that happens to be a swimming and a running. And in case of cycling, that's a different story, because you have to go all out of the city. If you don't have the highway near to your house, you have to take out your car, you have to drive. And then another thing is, in all this thing, it's not only to and fro time. If you get in, if you stuck in a traffic, it's altogether a different story, because you cannot really identify what will be your time you get out of that traffic, and how much time you will take to reach to the training venue, or either to your home. So something kind of that needs to take into consideration. It's, see, nobody is going to be knowing what exact time you will be taking and how much about that, but just calculate it. Just see for the initial days, just see and how much time you are at least taking to and fro for each activity, and then take half an hour of buffer time for the traffic or something kind of that. So that will give you a rough estimate of all this commute time as well. And then apart from that, I think it also goes into your nutrition preparation as well, and the other things that you do. Let's say foam rolling is a recovery part, okay, but that's never been considered as a training time. So it should also be considered as a training time, because even if that's a 10 to 15 minutes of it, if there are some people who do it while watching the TV, doing some extra thing, but there are many people who don't do that, and they cost an extra time for that. Okay, so that's where your time you are going to be spending. Okay, so these are the small things that you should be actually considering while going for it. Another thing that I will, this is all a training related. Okay, now another important thing that I will be emphasizing here is, you just go ahead and also think about uh, how your other aspects of lifestyle have the priorities, and how you are managing